Welcome everybody. My name is Tim, and you might recognize me from my paranormal videos, Spirit Hunters Paranormal 911 or Dark Side Paranormal. I'm kind of changing to where I'm not doing as much in the paranormal field anymore. I've done that for over 45 years, traveling all over the U.S., helping families, going to different haunted locations. But I kind of got hooked again on something I hadn't done in over 50 years. I was with my daughter and her family, and they were going to a state park, and they invited me to go with them. So I thought, oh yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've done anything like that. They were going to hike one of the trails. So I thought, oh yeah, well, I probably need the exercise. So went, and it was very interesting. I know I was definitely out of shape for doing something like that, but it kind of got me back into wanting to connect with nature, being out in the woods, walking trails, you know, seeing some of these people that were there camping and being around the lake. And I thought, oh, I got to start doing this again. So I started up a new channel, which is The Camping Life with Tim, and hopefully you'll come over and subscribe to that channel and join me on those adventures, because I plan on, you know, showing a little bit of the camping life, some of the different things that we use for camping. Probably give some kind of, you know, report on whether I think some of this gear is good or bad. Of course, it'll all be my opinion now, as well as, you know, start, you know, showing some of the campsites and some of the trails, some of the activities are there. So, you know, people that want to go camping on these places that I'm going to go to, you might give them a little heads up, you know, uh, on about the park, you know, some of the things that are there. Um, I mean, I believe it will help, you know, being able to know a little bit more about some of the sites, you know, whether it's RV or tent camping, you know, what I think possibly a good site to try to get. So that way when you go to make a reservation, you'll have an idea of possibly what sites you want to try to get. So hopefully you'll join me on these. But like I say, this is the first time I've been out doing anything like this in over 50 years. So when you watch this video, you will see that I was definitely out of shape for this kind of thing. But yeah, start doing this, get back in shape, maybe where I can go on longer trails. Uh, you know, hopefully you'll come and join me. Hit that subscribe button, and I'd like to see more people get out there and go camping. You know, everybody lives that city life, working 9 to 5. You know, all the time, and don't have that peace and quiet or frustrations gone or being able to relax. Go camping. I recommend that very much because that is peaceful. Getting out there, it's almost like getting into another world. You know, I believe you go one time, whether it's to camp or whether it's just to go to a park, spend a day, you know, hike one of the trails, you know, go to the day use area, have a picnic or a cookout. I believe you're going to want to go back again and again. So check this video out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And hopefully we'll see you on some of our adventures. Alright, this is a map of the trails at the park. A little bit blurry. It's kind of hard to tell whether you're going to be able to read it or not. But it'll give you a general idea. Now, on the park, see if I can get me in here. Right down in this area, this is where the entry will come in. It'll circle back up around. This is the RV loop. This is where all the RVs and you can tent camp and everything's going to be right in here. The trail we went on is on the primitive side, which you'll enter right here at this parking area. It'll kind of go down around and come all the way back in around this little inlet back here. Once you cross this bridge right here at this point, there is a restroom there. It doesn't have water or power or anything like that, but they do keep it clean. If you kind of go across, make a right and go across that bridge kind of down around this lower side, you get back over just on this edge over here, and that's where the campsites are going to be. They're listed A through M. There's 13 sites, but you will have to pack everything and take it all in. And of course, take everything out with you, please. Don't leave any trash or anything behind. Whatever you bring in, bring back out. This trail is 1.3 miles, but you know, it's probably about a mile coming back in here to these campsites over here, and they are right on the water. They are spaced out pretty good. Some of them are a little more hidden than others, where you have a little more privacy, but yeah, this is an awesome place back in here. Now, they were full this weekend, so we really couldn't go in and take a look at all the campsites, but we did get to walk in and see a couple of them. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on this journey. Well, here at a state park here in Texas, Purtic Creek State Park. I'm going to do a little nature walking out here on some of the trails. See what maybe wildlife we can pick up, or who knows. Well, it looks like they got 2 sites that are available, even though the sign up there said they were full. It's fall time, so a lot of this stuff is slowly dying off. Pretty decent weather for November. I think what I'm getting ready to do among my ghost hunting, going to haunted places, is start going on some trails, do some overnight camping out in the woods, and who knows, maybe I'll come across some signs or sounds of Bigfoot. Camera might be a little shaky from walking. Trying to keep it as still as I can. Oh. A lot of people out here today camping and hiking, so probably gonna run into a few of those. Best time to come out in places like this is right after a rain, when the grounds are wet, where you can possibly see some tracks of deer or other animals. Clearing down there. What's down there? Anything?
No, just a path, and it's pretty cool actually. Come on, look, come on, go catch up. There's like water, and it's like it's pretty cool. If you see it,
We gotta watch where you walk around here for all the rocks and stumps and roots and everything. Like a little swamp area, clearing down here. See some butterflies out there flying around. See if I can get a little clearer shot. Ooh.
You gonna get down there?
Huh?
You gonna get down there?
No.
Those steps?
I'm going down there.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Don't hear much in the way of bird sounds. Hear people talking. Getting fall time, leaves are starting to drop. I was kind of not on that tree. Kind of cool. That's a lot different than ghost hunting. You're usually in one place instead of out here walking around. So now this area back down in here, that's where they can hike back into camp. Is that what this trail is?
I don't think so yet. No, this is the trail. Yeah, that's just a shortcut to make it back to the road faster. Right here, we're going to turn off and go out that way.
Yeah, but is this where you hike back into camp?
Yeah.
Yes,
so we're going to cross 2 bridges, and then once we cross the 2 bridges, we're going to get to a porta potty, and it's going to branch off, and there'll be camps all down that lane.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all up across the lake side. So each campsite has access to the lake. So you can go fishing and all that. And now? This is the first bridge. Yeah, I don't want it.
for water runoff. Yeah, my legs are definitely not in shape for hiking, so I'm going to have to build them up, especially when I go to these places for several miles of hiking. This is one of the shorter trails. I think the longest one is 2 miles, give or take. Little inlet here. Definitely plenty of firewood laying around from trees that have died and fallen over or been cut. And there's a blind there to hide behind. Be able to watch, I guess, ducks and geese and whatever else fly down into here, where you can video them. Now, there is a food source here for animals. I'm not sure what kind of berries these are. Kind of bush, but I imagine the birds eat them. Get a little better look of this little inlet of the lake. Of course, the sun right now is in a spot where it's probably blinding my camera out, especially being on this side. I know a lot of people come here fishing and camping, so well, I haven't walked very far. A little bit uphill and downhill, not much of a grade, but I still feel it burning in my legs. I'm definitely not used to this. Caw-caw! 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 That was the sound of an idiot bird. Yeah. Okay, that's the campsites over there.
Yeah, this way is camp stuff, so this is the entrance to the thing. But there's a porta potty right there, and Mom's using the restroom, so.
Like I said, she's standing outside waiting.
Yeah, it's full on or something like that. So yeah. this bridge.
You know, watch out for snakes down in there.
Hey, y'all watch out for snakes. There's a lot of snakes out here. Copperheads and all that good stuff. Yeah, but
Does that thing just beep?
What?
Does that thing just beep over there?
Yeah. But I turn it on every single time I turn
did you
it
find
on.
gold?
Right. I turn it on afternoon more, so it get
So
warm.
the button's like on the handle, so he keeps turning it off and on and accident.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Every time I turn it on, it keys up.
Yeah, it beeps up. So that's what's been
calibrates.
going on. Yeah. So he's been messing with
it. So you go this way.
Yeah, go back.
These are where the camping sites are.
Yeah,
over here.
right. So A through M. So you got campsite A, B, C, all the way through M. You go maybe about 200, 300 feet, and you hit your first campsite. About another 100 feet, another one. They're about every 100 to 200 feet.
So they're designated spots.
Yeah, they're you'll see it when we get there, up across the lake.
I'm coming up.
They're little paths that go about maybe 100 feet back off the trail. Got a little fire pit with some trees and, covering, little nice area. Really nice. So much so that we had a hammock, and we actually got to put the hammock between the two trees and camp in the hammocks. It was really cute.
Wow.
Really fun. Yeah, but me and my friend had a tent, and my other friend had a hammock, and we just crashed the night. It was fun. And in the middle of the night, we woke up to some sounds, and there was 6 raccoons that were like around our fireplace, and we fed them crackers and stuff.
That's where I have, cams out to
Yeah, we got a bunch of
capture
raccoons.
stuff during the night.
We heard
all
coyotes. There's a bunch of raccoons that came up and ate out of our hands. We heard some deer. We didn't really get to see them, but we heard some deer. Just a bunch of wildlife.
Yeah.
It was nice. There's birds and everything. When we woke up in the morning, there's all kinds of like owls and chirping birds and everything. Woodpeckers.
A lot of the owls you'll hear during the night.
All that stuff. Of course, you got the water right there too, so you hear like the fish and the turtles and all that swimming around. You hear splashes and you're like, what was that? Just, catfish something.
One of y'all want to, look, one of y'all want to stand, please?
Okay. Yeah. What?
Going back down into the campsite areas where you got to kind of hike back in. Can't drive down in here. I guess there's several of them back down in here along the water side where you can camp and fish. And well, it's been so long since I've done anything like this or gone camping. I don't remember the name of half of these trees or bushes or berries or anything. I'm going to have to refresh my mind on a lot of this stuff. Animal tracks, animal sounds, especially a different type of bird sounds. But I'm sure springtime there's probably a lot of that out here.
Yeah, this is campsite B. You go like back up behind the trees and you camp on the lake. Yeah. More of them are a little orphan. This
I
one
say
seems like it's a little
somebody's
overgrown.
camping here because I see a container
Yeah,
down
they're
in
fishing.
there.
I see them.
For a minute I thought that was always down in there.
Yeah, she yelled too.
There's a red shirt or whatever.
I think when me and my friends came that one night, we camped on Camp C or Camp D.
Yeah, they have little fire pits, or
yeah, I'll show you when we get there. Nobody's there, obviously.
they may have a burn ban going on right now. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's gonna be surrounded with the path, like dirt and stuff like we're walking on.
Yeah, but even with that, if it's a windy day, ash can blow. So a lot of places will have like a burn ban going on.
Yeah.
Well, it takes most people are used to this. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
Well, I can show you since nobody's down here. If you want to check out like what the camp situation looks like. It's a good distance from the trail, so you're not having like people walking behind you.
A little bit of privacy.
Some of them are more private than others. This one looks like it's been cut down a little bit, so it looks like I'm chopping down trees, which I don't think you're allowed to do, but whatever. But you got the flat area for tents. You got the little fireplace right here, which we've actually used it before. We cook hot dogs and stuff on. Not on the grill itself, but we got sticks and we stuff them on it. And then you got the lake where you put the chair down and go fishing, all that. Good. Little area, cute little area. It's nice to sit out here early in the morning. Just sit down in a chair and listen to the water.
One thing about it, you'll be able to find all kinds of firewood.
Oh yeah.
You know, I hear from all the dead trees, and everything's falling over.
Yeah. That's how we got our firewood.
Be a little good place here for tents.
Yeah, tents, hammocks, all that stuff.
Right in here. So you got trees where you can, stretch a tarp over top for a little bit of shade.
Keep the rain and stuff off you. Yeah.
Kind of like a canopy.
I have a 10-foot tarp.
I just don't want to set up back there in the cactus and sticking your ass all night. Ant piles. Don't want to mess with the ants.
But like in the middle of the night, you hear noises and you peek out the thing, you see raccoons and all kinds of animals coming up to you for food.
A little bit of color in this bush. All the time, you got kind of a reddish, orange and yellow color to it. And here's, I don't know what kind of bush this is, but it looks like a purplish type berry to it. If anybody knows what a lot of these berry trees are, these bushes, leave a comment. Because I've done forgot about half of what this stuff is. Campsites are spaced out a good bit where you have some trees and coverage in between you, and they set back down off away from the path here. That was pretty well hidden because it's down kind of around a curve where you can't even see the campsite. There, I see our campsite. Yeah. Definitely feeling this walk. Out of shape for this shit.
Or you can take it slow, just kind of hop over the bump. This is nice. You ever made on it? That's cool.
I did walk this way.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Good day, okay.
Anybody down in this one?
Mom saw someone walking down there, but we don't know. Yeah. That's okay.
And then according to that sign up there, it only showed 2 spots that were open. Back down in here.
And one of those got taken by that guy with the wagon.
Yeah.
Marking out sites.
Well, it says none of them are available, so evidently the others may not be here yet. there's definitely not a shortage for firewood in here. I don't think a little handsaw is going to cut this stuff up, though. That's a big old tree. Well, I smell wood smoke, so I guess burn ban's not on.
No, it's not on. I gotta go home and burn that pile.
Because I smell smoke.
Yeah, there's smoke in my nose.
You never boat thing and ride between the wheels.
I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to carry it. Wagon. How about like a float? A float one. Call wag, duck when you come this way. Right above you.
I walked in enough of those during the night in the cemetery. That battery's almost gone on this little round. I think I'm going to shut the camera off a little bit till we get to an interesting place, and I'll keep you updated. Is it all like this just along the lake shore, or does it go around?
Well, we're going to get to the forest, and then one side's going to be forest, one side's going to be lake view.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Until we get up around the corner, and then we're going to go back up the forest. But it's a good, few hundred feet. Like I said, at the time I came out here, when I was riding my bike, it was sunsetting, so we got a nice view. But it's still be nice.
Well, this time of day, the forest would be a lot better.
Huh?
This time of day, forest would be a lot better.
Yeah. When they come out here until like 5 or 6. Last time I was out here, I was here till like 8.
What time's the park close?
Park, well, if you're camping here, you can come in at any time. It's 24/7.
Yeah.
But, for like visitors or whatever, I think like 9. I'm not sure. Cause the reason I said that is because I was riding my bike around 8, and there was cops, going around wrapping people up to leave. So, yeah, it's probably around like 9 or so. Hey, you want a red 42 finish?
Well, I take it that side over there is not Purtic Creek Park.
That's the RV that we were just there.
Oh, that's where we were just at?
So the roads we did, you know how it like turned and wrapped around?
Yeah.
That's that big loop we took. That's RV parking. That I was saying, I like how it's RV parking, but they put tents down.
Yeah.
That's that area. Yeah, we were just there. Because this creek kind of the road goes around this little like creek area, so that's why it went all the way around to the little park or camping tent area. This kind of just cuts in between the kind of takes a shortcut between the road and the camping ground. Because on the map, you see that little green area that cuts across.
Yeah.
That green.
So this is that little short trail?
Yeah, this is that like half-mile trail.
Yeah.
Or not exactly. I think it's like .6 something. A little longer than half a mile.
I think it was 0.8, 0.7.
It's like half the distance on the one we took, so it's not that long. Yeah, but if you go in the blue one or whatever, you'll be out
2
on
miles.
the edge, far away from it. You're like a whole mile away from the nearest
Yeah,
tent.
well, it's like 2 miles.
2-mile trail. Yeah,
Yeah.
you go out there, it's a little out in the boonies. You literally see the property line of other people's land. You be out in like the, pastures and stuff, people's land. Because like you go up against the fence line, and you see like tractors and all kinds of farmland out there.
Yeah, probably when I come out and camp, I'll probably go walk that one.
Oh yeah.
During the
That
day.
would probably take you, like half an hour walk.
It'll probably take longer than that.
Probably actually. How long did it take us to walk that? About half an
No,
hour.
no, we were out there for probably an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, maybe. I guess it really depends on how fast you walk and when you stop or whatever. But yeah, that blue one, it's long out there. It's twisting and winding all throughout the forest. There's like little benches, you can make little pit stops and stuff like that. You'll see a lot of animals. I was riding a bike and I had 2 deer jump out in front of me. I almost hit them with my bike. I actually chased the deer.
On that other trail?
Yeah, the blue one, the 2-mile one. I was riding my bike and these deer jumped out in the forest and I was running on the track and I was following behind them until they jumped back into the forest.
Yeah.
So I actually followed a pack of deer. A mom and 2 babies. It was so cute. And then I had a possum jump out in front of me. I was swerving, trying not to hit the possum.
Trail kill.
Huh?
Trail kill.
Where? Oh, I would hate to hit the possum on my bike.
Possum be like a speed bump. You go flying over a handbar.
Yeah, I feel like I would have been more hurt than the possum. The possum walked away.
He get up, dust himself on, and go on off into the woods.
Yeah, I'm like, excuse me. I think the close part is a deer. I got this follow deer.
Yeah, but is that the one that's the 2-mile?
That connects back to the 2-mile, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you take this about maybe another 100 feet and it gets you to the main road, because the road's right here. It cuts all the way back there. You get to the main road and you cross it, and then you reach the
And then
half
go
mile.
on the other side.
Yeah. There's the red one, which is 1 mile long, and there's the blue one, which is 2 miles long, and that's where that would be.
Is the one that we just took the blue one?
No, the one we took is the yellow one. That's the campground. That one's about 1 mile and a little under 1.5 miles. It's like a mile, 1.3 miles.
Alright, well, I'm gonna start jogging.
Yeah,
I mean, you could take that way, but that's going to take you the long way.
Yeah.
The road's right there.
Yeah, next time I come,
Yeah.
when I come to camp.
I'm not jogging. I'm pulling back.
So what I did with my bike is I started here, took this about half a mile, and then I hopped onto the blue one and just continued my journey. So I rode about 3.5 miles that way. I just basically did one big loop around the entire park.